The 12-month calendar. It has 7 days in a week. Some months have 30 days and others have 31 days. But why 7 days? Why not 8 days in a week? Why isn't a month just a set number of days like a week? Have you ever wondered how exactly our calendar came to be? The concept of time has always been an enigma, a mystery that human beings have sought to unravel since the dawn of civilization. As we looked up at the sky, witnessing the rhythmic dance of celestial bodies, a need arose. The need for a system to track this elusive entity we call time. Throughout history, various calendars have been conceived as the result of this quest. Some followed the movements of the sun, others the phases of the moon, and some a mixture of both. But the calendar that has found its way into our daily lives, our smartphones and our planners, is the Gregorian calendar. It's not just a collection of months and days, but a testament to our constant endeavor to make sense of the world around us. So without further ado, let's delve into the fascinating journey of the Gregorian calendar. Our story begins in the 16th century with Pope Gregory XIII. At this time, the world was operating on the Julian calendar, a system that had been in place since its introduction by Julius Caesar in 46 BC. But the Julian calendar had a critical flaw. It miscalculated the solar year by about 11 minutes. This discrepancy might seem insignificant, but over centuries it added up. By the 1500s, the calendar was 10 days out of sync with the solar year. This misalignment presented significant problems, particularly for the Church, which relied on the calendar for determining important dates like Easter. So, Pope Gregory XIII decided to intervene. He recognized that to bring the calendar back in line with the solar year, a drastic change was needed. And so, he embarked on a mission to reform the Julian calendar. The Pope enlisted the help of a team of astronomers and mathematicians, led by the brilliant Christopher Clavius, a Jesuit astronomer. Together, they devised a new calendar system that would correct the inaccuracies of the Julian calendar. They determined that the year was not 365.25 days long as the Julian calendar proposed, but rather 365.2425 days. To correct the discrepancy, they proposed to drop 3 leap years every 400 years. The new system, which they called the Gregorian calendar, was introduced by a papal bull in 1582. It declared that the day following October 4th would be October 15th, effectively skipping 10 days to realign the calendar with the solar year. This was a bold move that created quite a stir, but it was a necessary one to correct the inaccuracies of the Julian calendar. The Pope's new system also proposed a more precise method for calculating leap years. Instead of simply having a leap year every 4 years, the new rules stated that years divisible by 100 would not be leap years unless they were also divisible by 400. And thus, the Gregorian calendar, as we know it today, was born. It was a monumental change, one that would have a lasting impact on how we perceive and measure time. And it all began with one man's determination to correct a centuries-old miscalculation. What makes the Gregorian calendar stand out from its predecessors? The Gregorian calendar, named after Pope Gregory XIII, who introduced it in the 16th century, is renowned for its precision and scientific accuracy. Its key features have not only made it a cornerstone of modern timekeeping, but also ensured its longevity. One of the most unique and intriguing features of the Gregorian calendar is the leap year system. This is an ingenious solution to the discrepancy between the solar year, which is about 365.25 days long, and the calendar year, which is only 365 days. To reconcile this, the Gregorian calendar adds an extra day, the 29th of February, every 4 years. This simple yet clever mechanism keeps our calendar in sync with the Earth's orbit around the Sun. However, adding a day every 4 years would slightly overcorrect the discrepancy. So, to fine-tune this system further, the Gregorian calendar omits leap years in years evenly divisible by 100, unless they are also divisible by 400. This might sound a bit confusing, but it's this meticulous attention to detail that has made the Gregorian calendar so precise. Another defining feature of the Gregorian calendar is the length of its months. 7 months are 31 days long, 4 months have 30 days, and February has either 28 or 29 days. This arrangement, while seemingly arbitrary, is actually rooted in ancient Roman traditions. Lastly, the Gregorian calendar starts the new year on January 1st. This convention is a legacy of the ancient Romans, who dedicated this day to Janus, the god of beginnings and transitions. Over the centuries, this tradition has become universally accepted, marking a fresh start and new beginnings for many cultures worldwide. These features have ensured the Gregorian calendar's accuracy and longevity. This system, while complex, has shown remarkable resilience, becoming the most widely accepted and used calendar system in the world today. Now, how did a calendar created by a pope in the 16th century become the globally accepted standard? Well, it's quite a story. In this chapter, we will delve into the spread of the Gregorian calendar, a journey that traversed continents and centuries. At first, the Gregorian calendar was adopted by Catholic countries, as might be expected. After all, it was Pope Gregory XIII who introduced it in 1582. The Catholic countries of Spain, Portugal, France and Italy were among the first to make the switch. However, it wasn't an immediate worldwide phenomenon. The Protestant countries initially resisted adopting the Gregorian calendar. They saw it as a Catholic innovation and were hesitant to accept it. However, the practicality of the calendar began to outweigh religious differences. Gradually, Protestant countries, including Germany and the Netherlands, started to adopt the Gregorian calendar in the late 16th and early 17th centuries. But the story doesn't end there. The calendar had yet to make its way to non-Christian countries. It was not until the 18th century that the Gregorian calendar began to be adopted by countries outside of Europe. For example, Japan didn't adopt the calendar until 1873, and China didn't officially adopt it until 1912. The last country to officially adopt the Gregorian calendar was Saudi Arabia in the year 2016. That's over 4 centuries after the calendar was first introduced. Throughout this journey, the Gregorian calendar has proven its worth. It has been recognized for its accuracy and practicality, overcoming religious and cultural barriers. It's fascinating how a calendar, something we often take for granted, has a history filled with intrigue and global cooperation. Despite the diverse and complex histories of the world's countries and cultures, the Gregorian calendar has managed to weave itself into the fabric of our global society. It's a tool that we all share, regardless of our location or beliefs. It was a long journey, but the Gregorian calendar has truly become a universal standard. Today, the Gregorian calendar is more than just a tool to track time. It's a framework that shapes the rhythm of our lives and the pulse of our societies. Its influence permeates through every aspect of our daily routines, from the mundane to the monumental. Consider the rhythm of your day. Dawn to dusk, Monday to Sunday, January to December, these are the beats to which we march. Our work schedules, school timetables, and even our leisure time are all organized by this ubiquitous system. The Gregorian calendar is like the conductor of an orchestra, guiding us through the symphony of life. But its influence extends beyond our personal lives. On a larger scale, it plays a crucial role in coordinating global affairs. International events, from sports tournaments to diplomatic summits, are scheduled according to the Gregorian calendar. This shared timeline allows nations around the world to synchronize their activities, fostering cooperation and mutual understanding. The Gregorian calendar also shapes our cultural and religious practices. Holidays like Christmas, New Year's Day, and many others are observed according to its dates. These celebrations, rooted in the rhythm of the Gregorian calendar, bring us together in shared moments of joy, reflection, and connection. Yet the Gregorian calendar is not just about marking time, it's also about marking history. Each year that passes adds another layer to our collective narrative, another chapter in the story of humanity. From the signing of treaties to the fall of empires, from scientific breakthroughs to artistic masterpieces, our history is woven into the fabric of the Gregorian calendar. In essence, the Gregorian calendar is like a silent companion, ever present, subtly guiding us through the ebb and flow of life. It's a testament to the ingenuity of those who created it, a testament to humanity's quest to understand and organize the mystery of time. Whether we realize it or not, the Gregorian calendar plays a vital role in our everyday lives. It's the unseen thread that binds us together, the shared rhythm to which we all dance. The Gregorian calendar today is more than just a tool to track time. It's an integral part of our shared human experience. In conclusion, the Gregorian calendar is an exceptional piece of human innovation. A testament to the human capacity for thought and refinement, it has stood the test of time, guiding us through the seasons and years with remarkable accuracy. This calendar, which we often take for granted, is a product of centuries of astronomical observation, mathematical calculations, and cultural evolution. The creation of the Gregorian calendar is a fascinating journey that took us from the early Roman calendar to the Julian, and finally to the sophisticated system we use today. It is a symbol of our relentless pursuit of knowledge, our desire to understand the world around us, and our need to organize our lives in harmony with the cosmos. This calendar is not just a tool, but a reflection of our shared history and the progress of human civilization. It is an extremely useful historical artifact.